All right. Welcome to Mountain Crypto. Oh, I guess I got that stupid light in my face. Not that you really need to see me. Anyway, just thought I'd do an update, trying to put out a little bit of content, a little bit more than usual. Um, so much good news. Stock market going up. I've seen mine go up almost more than 10%. My selection of ETFs and different stocks, and I'm just an amateur, but that's doing good. Seen my cryptocurrency accounts go up in value a little bit, maybe 6 to 8%, something like that. So I guess that's pretty good. We see that supposedly Iran is opening up the Straits of Hormuz, and they're saying they're going to get rid of all their enriched plutonium, I guess. But then I said, well, is that true? They always backtalk everything. So I looked, and all the liberal news stations are saying, oh, ships have been fired on. It's terrible. And then, so I looked at the conservative ones, and they're saying, oh, everything's great. That's what they're saying, like right now. But then I looked back about 5 or 6 hours, and apparently Iran does have these little fast boats that are out there threatening people, and it is putting a wrench on the travel through the Straits of Hormuz. And it seems that well, we could come up with all kinds of reasons why. Some people think Trump's just lying and making stuff up. Other people are saying, hey, there seems like there's more than one person that's speaking on behalf of Iran. One is the son of the old leader, and the other is, like the secretary or whatever he is. So it could be whatever it is. It's still like this mishmash, right? They have been very famous with every president for saying they're going to do stuff and then not doing it. That's just their technique, right? That's what they do. It's their survival technique, and whether it's a negotiating technique or whatever it is, all this good news is supposedly what has pushed crypto up, pushed the stock market up, and everything else. But you know, I I don't know. I don't know if that's really the case. Let me see if I can get in here. I want to look at the market right now. You can see the market cap right up here at CoinGecko. It's kind of going up a little tiny bit. We've been in the low 2.3 trillion. Then we went 2.4, 2.5. Now we're 2.6. And you can see the daily, there's a little bit of a down market here, right? And if you know me, I don't believe that we're really in a great bull market, especially for altcoins, when this is, under, it should be up around, I mean, we shouldn't even be smiling till this is 3.5 trillion, 4 trillion, right? And Bitcoin, market cap 1.5 trillion. This should be up like over 2 trillion. Okay. So let's look at the charts. And again, just so there's no mistakes here, we are not given any investment advice. I'm just telling you how I look at it. And, sometimes I definitely don't hit it right on the money. And I have admitted that. Um, I probably sold um, too early or too late, depending on how you want to look at it, but could have sold back in October, but I sold at like 83 and 90 something, as I recall. And then I bought back in. When it dropped down under into the 70, the high 70,000 range, I believe. And Then just lately, when it was hitting 76, I sold a pretty good chunk of my Bitcoin holdings, about probably about two thirds to three quarters. I sold, and that's because I don't think this bear market's over. I think think it's going to drop, but it could go up to 75, $80,000 range, maybe even 85. Some people think it'll go all the way up in the $90,000 range. So that could happen. I'm just trying to check and see if the stream is coming through here while I'm talking to you. But let's go ahead and pull up the Bitcoin chart. Slowly coming up here. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like we're doing good here. Cool. All right. So yeah, if you drop a message, I will try to respond to that. Okay. So if I can get this to load. Oops, the link you followed is broken. Okay. Let's go back. Didn't want to go back. All right, let's just try the whole site again. Okay. All right. Come on, Bitcoin, you can do it. Oh boy, didn't want to do it. Come on, baby. Why are you doing this to me? All right, we may come back and look at the Bitcoin chart. Oh, here we go. Finally, I think. All right. So the news is a mixed bag. The bear market's only been, 6 months. It's usually 9 months to a year. So we have not verified that we're in a bull market, and we'll look at the moving day averages. We did that a couple weeks ago. I think that's a good thing to look at. I don't know why it doesn't want to give me the charts. All right, so what we will do, let's try here. This is price predictions. This is coincodex.com. Here are prices at 75.5. They're saying 5 days it's looking up, but then you see how it drops back to 78 in a month. Okay. Now remember, these are just estimates based on the charts, and it stays really the same right here. And I looked at Binance. They have a pretty good prediction page with a lot of different factors that they look at, different charts, different patterns, and they're showing the same thing, that it's going to stay around this same kind of price range for quite a while. They're showing that it's going to stay that way into 2027. Okay. And I don't think it's going to do that, but who knows? The fear and greed, there's it's real low here, but it's starting to come up out, but it did over here too. So look at how the price is higher on Bitcoin over here. We had $93,000, and we're way down here. Okay, so we got these dips. Usually there's going to be probably another dip. We're probably going to go, down 60,000, maybe lower. Some people estimate lower. All right, that's price prediction. Can't get the daily. All right, we're going to have to look at this one, okay? Because I can't get the charts. I wanted to show you the charts because there's some patterns, and we are getting, like a pattern that shows we could drop. Now, there's a lot of people that are going to short that, and if it doesn't happen, they're going to all get liquidated, and the price could go up. Now, that's very possible that's going to happen. It's going to go up. We're going to shoot above 75,000, maybe up to 80, but I believe after that it's going to go back down for new lows. And within the next, three months, nobody, the timing is so hard to tell, but our bear market's probably going to last another 3 to 6 months. So if you look at this chart right here, this goes all the way to April. the price has just gone over the 50-day moving average. Okay. But, you know, that's good. But we have not done, if you look at this chart, you can see that you've got your, shoot, I don't like the way this thing floats around. If you look back in October 22nd, way over in here, okay, right about here, you'll see that the 200-day moving average dropped below the 50-day moving average. Okay. And then what happened? The price went up. It went up. It went from 20 to 28 at the end of the day. And it went up even, that's about it. 28, 26, 28, something like that. Okay. Then, it kind of, the price hopped around the 50-day moving average right in here. But then we had this cross here where the 200-day moving average dropped below the 50-day moving average. Okay. And what do we see? We see a big jump. Big jump, big jump, big jump. And then as the jump stops and the price starts to go down or sideways, they kind of cross over. They almost touch and cross over right there. Okay. And then here, again, we've got a cross. The 50-day moving average goes down, crosses underneath the 200-day moving average, and then it goes right back up again. It's like short little winded thing. But as long as the 50-day is above the 200, you generally have the price going up and sideways. Now, when the 50-day is up above, you see there's a decline. Okay. And that's, see what we have over here? We have the 50-day is above, or the 200-day is above, and the 50-day is below. Okay. So let's see. So here was a price drop. We had our 200-day above, and the 50-day, when it's above, it's obviously a price drop, generally speaking. Then it goes up, the price goes above the 50-day just a little bit, right? So this is what we're doing over here. We've got kind of the same downward pattern, right? And like this, where it's going sideways, you got it real tight and close. Like look right in here. They're real close. They keep crossing over, but they're real close. The 50-day and the 200-day moving. And right now they're really close. So it could go one way or the other way. All I'm saying is we have not confirmed this, a nice bull pattern. Where your 50-day moving average is quite a bit above the 200-day moving average. We have not had that. When you got that 50-day moving average, it's quite a ways above the 200. Generally, some good price. But we're staying below. It could cross over and change directions, but until that's been confirmed, and that's what I wanted to look at the Bitcoin chart for, because you can kind of tell a little better where it's going to go. Let's see. Let's try the 7-day. Let's see if it pops up. 7-day. Okay. Here we go. This is good. Let's look at the 1 month. Okay, on the 7-day, you've got this. Okay. Sort of a pennant, which could indicate some movement, right? But look at 24 hour. That's what we've been doing, going down. Okay. It could go up. And then look at the 1 month. Okay, 1 month. All right, so looking at these troughs, we got 1, 2, little one, another one. Okay. So let's just look at this year since we had, they're 77,000. That was the highest recorded. I could see this is going to do like these over here. Let's go 3 month. Excuse me. Come on, there we go. All right. From here, it looks totally sideways. You can see the $65,000. We dip down below it here and here. Yeah, we'd have to really push and stay above the 75 and get to 80. I don't know why that's so high. I never saw the price go to 77. I saw it go to 76 for a short time. Let's look at the 1 year. 1 year is totally different. Yeah. It looks terrible. It doesn't look like that big of a deal here. If you look the total, we'll see how far back they go. There we go. Yeah. See, these lows here, 15,000 from the highs of that cycle, which was what? It's almost 70,000, 69. I remember that being 69 to 70. They're saying 65. This chart is not. I was there. I remember it went up to 69, almost 70. Anyway, this is saying 65, and the low is like 15. Okay. So that is 4 times. It would take it 4. It'd have to double 4 times. 4 times 15 to be up to 60. Okay. Right now, you got, let's say we're at we hit 60. That was kind of our low, right? So 60, it's got to go. Some people think it could go down into the 40s. I don't know about that, but I definitely think we can hit the below 60 or low 60s again. But if you went here to that's the last, let's see. We went to 125. So yeah, I mean 40,000 would be a 4-time drop, but actually it would have to be even lower than that. So yeah, I think we're going to be more down like here for this 59. Like that's the time to buy, but I do believe we could go all the way down to this 40,000 range if it really drops a lot, because that's what Bitcoin does. It drops by multitudes when it finally has a down market. And that down market, like here, when do you want to say it started? June the 5th? I mean, it started right here, really, right here. February the 22nd. When did it go back to that level? I mean, January of 24. That was 22 to 24 to get to 24 to get back to the price. All of 22, all of 23, and then over 2 years for the price to get back from that bear market. And then in here, I mean, you got like almost a year. So you got November 20, then back, let's see. Yeah, there's January 2020. Yeah, almost a year. Okay. And then this one, you got July 18 to a year. So, 9 months to a year is usually the bear market where before you get back. Anyway, I'm rambling. I hope you have a wonderful time. It is kind of a very unstable time with the market. So be careful. If you're just trying to accumulate Bitcoin, that's the best thing to do right now. Don't pull out if you bought low. You're really gambling. I've been doing that, gambling. We'll see if I make out or not. But that's where we're at right now. I don't believe that we're done with this bear market yet. So I think we could have a jump, but it'll be temporary. And then I think we'll be back down. So let's see if that happens. I wish you guys the best. Take care. Have a great day. Goodbye.